anyone who doesn't know Joe Miller, this is what he does. Wow. Joe Miller. Well, if that wasn't enough of a giveaway, World Long Drive Champion, it is great to see you again. And I can tell you, thanks to FlightScope, that was a total distance of 364 yards, Joe.
That's not bad.
How does that rank in your world?
I think we could get more like that, but we're into wind a little bit here today, so I'll take that at the moment.
Okay, well, we are on the range,
Yep.
and you are the specialist, as we know in long driving, so I'm hoping you're going to be able to give me and the viewers some tips today on getting a bit more distance.
So no easy task there, right? But yeah, we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go.
Okay, sounds good. Joe, I have to say, watching your swing, you are just a freak of nature. I don't know how you get that much distance, but if you could pin it down to one thing, I know it's not just one thing, but what is the most predominant thing that gives you that distance?
I'm going to say range of motion, which a lot of people don't understand. There's two ways of getting club head speed. Okay, so obviously club head speed is the key, right? We all want more club head speed, and there's two ways of applying that or generating that. One is through force. Okay, so it's not a strength thing, but it's how fast. Let's say the top of your backswing, you can come into impact. It's how fast you can do that. That's one way of generating club head speed.
Okay.
The second one is through range of motion. Now that's something I've worked on a lot of the time. Over the last few years, it's increased to a point where actually no one swings a club longer than I do now. And what I've noticed is that just adds so much more club head speed to the golf swing. So it's a range of motion thing. How we all know about, people, need to turn and you need to turn your shoulders and everything else. But the more you can make this travel in terms of distance, okay, the faster it's going to generate more club head speed at the point of impact.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's just have another little look at your range of motion.
Let's have a look here.
Because you come a lot further round than your average pro, don't you?
100. I come a lot further around than long drivers would.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, like I said, you two ways. So you get to the top of the backswing, and it's how fast you can come down. That's the novice one. So that's what club head speed is. But depending on where the top of your backswing is going to determine how much more club head speed you can generate.
Right.
So if you're someone that stops sort of short or parallel, that's great.
Yeah.
If you want to get a bit more out of it, and you're not going to, and this is out of the technique of the golf swing, okay, you're going to have to start seeing this go around a little bit further on. So that's one of our main things, okay. Setting up to the ball here is simple enough to do. A couple of key thoughts for me. One is I want this shoulder to come underneath my chin, okay. So what I don't want to see is people get here and they're kind of blocking themselves.
Right.
As you swing to the top, okay, that left shoulder passes underneath. I can still see that there's a gap there. Okay, that's going to allow for more turn and more range of motion. Second of all, as a kind of a swing thought or something to definitely to think about during the swing, is how far you can make these hands travel. Okay, don't worry so much about this. That's going to take care of itself. But getting these hands there, higher, round even further. Okay, that's what's really going to add a lot of club head speed to the swing. So
okay, go for it.
Let's have a little hit. So make sure that shoulder stays underneath, hands far.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, that club is wrapping around your neck, basically.
Yeah, it's going along, but hence the ball goes a long way, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this is not something that you're just going to pick up and do.
No.
It's something that involves a lot of practice and time. But it really is, it's a simple thing as that. Making sure we're utilising the shoulders as much as possible. We're turning as far as possible. These hands are going to travel nice and high and far. Then, obviously, on the end of the hands is going to be the club head. That's going to come down. You'll be amazed at how much speed you can actually gather. So hopefully you're going to turn a little bit more now. Yeah. And we're going to see a bit of a jump from 86 miles an hour. I think we could get you up to 90 quite easily.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay,
I'm going to rip it, Joe.
Let's have a look. Let's tee one up.
I can't tee off your... Look how
big. Is that too high?
Well, I mean, you tell me.
How about that?
It's like double the height of my club head.
So take it to your normal, where you would normally go.
So I'd cut it there.
Okay, so that feels as far as you can possibly get it?
Comfortably, yeah.
Comfortably, right. So
but I could go further.
So if I said to you, I want to see this club head start coming this way a bit more, okay? You can do it. I know this is going to feel really uncomfortable while I'm holding you here, but you can do it.
Can do it.
So that extra, that's probably an extra foot. Okay,
Right,
this is going to travel. This is going to travel it's going to travel a bit further.
Yeah.
It's just going to give you more time to actually build up speed and build up power.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll never see a long drive or anyone hits a ball a long way swinging halfway. It sounds obvious, right?
Yeah.
But when you get to parallel, okay, that's where everyone thinks is the top of the swing. But really, you've got a little bit of range of motion there to play with. So we're not concerned with direction at this point. Okay,
Yeah.
we're talking about getting club head speed. More club head speed equals more distance.
I've got a feeling I'm going to feel this in the morning, Joe. Stretching everything. Wow. When you set the ball this high, do you even have the club to the floor, or do you?
No,
just
I
tend to
always
hover
hover it.
Yeah.
Always hover it.
Well, here we go then. Oh my God. That was so...
It's,
was so
lesson's over. For some reason, you seem surprised by that. Okay, lesson is over. Now, I'm going to predict. Okay, I'm not going to predict because I've just seen the number, but what would you say? We had 3 swings of yours earlier.
Yeah.
All at 86.1, 86.2, 3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So what do you think that was?
91?
See, now who's getting big-headed?
What
okay,
is it?
that was,
I have no idea.
That was, I've got it here, that was 92.3.
Yes.
Right, so within one swing, okay, just by going a little bit further,
Yeah.
although it felt uncomfortable, actually you ripped it, to be fair. The ball's gone miles, right? I'm not even going to say how far that was because it give you even bigger head.
How far did it
It's
go?
gone a long way, it's gone a long way. It's gone 220.
Oh, that's, I mean, the best drive I've hit in months.
It's a great drive, but 92 miles an hour, okay? Club path, which we worked on earlier, is 1.9.
Yeah.
Club face is 0.7. So you can't hit
Nice.
better than that, okay? The only thing you can do is have a club head speed of 150 miles an hour like I have. That's going to give you a bit more.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. 92 miles an hour. So we've jumped up 86. So we jumped up 6 miles an hour basically.
Yeah.
With one swing. Now, obviously, if you work on that a little bit more, away from here on the range, wherever it will be,
Yeah.
we could see that creeping up to 100 miles an hour pretty soon.
That felt so satisfying as well.
It was a great first attempt as well, because you didn't. Most people, when they try this, they get to the point there they get scared and they stop where they normally do.
Yeah.
You actually went beyond.
I could barely see the ball, if I'm honest.
But you know, the evidence is pretty good there.
That is just pure evidence that if you can increase your range of motion, I've just put 20 yards onto my drive.
Yeah, 20 yards, yep. And 6 miles an hour, 6 miles an hour club head speed.
And quite possibly hit the best drive I've ever hit. So if you can increase your range of motion, I cannot recommend it enough.